Hey mates, in this video we'll be specifically studying the placement of capacitors on board. We may think that capacitor is just another passive component. Why to hype on its placing wherever on the board? The answer is, in most of the circuits, the capacitors are used to reduce the noise entering the circuit and provide a larger lifespan than normal. So, here's a few tips. The capacitor should be placed close to the signal entering a particular device or board, meaning, let's see the demo. In the schematic, we can see that just after the rectifier bridge, the capacitor is used as a filter and then as a noise reduction component. So in the PCB layout, we can see that just after the bridge is completed, the capacitors are placed so close to each other. Why? Because their role is to reduce the noise that is entering the regulator IC. Similarly, when we go from one regulator to the another, there are another filter components over here. So just as we are placed over here, even close to this IC, we can see that there are capacitors. So this is how the capacitors should be placed. Even in controllers or processors, wherever the capacitors are needed to be placed, they should be placed closer to the input side. If there's capacitors in the schematic as well. So this is how the component of capacitors affects the noise that is entering in your board. So that's a brief about the capacitor placing theory. In the next video, we'll see about creating our own devices and libraries in Proteus. Until then, stay tuned with Captain Jack.